Okay, it's Thursday, June the 25th, and today it's another 36 degrees. When I decided to reinstate the pool again this year, it's only a small pool, I wondered if it was worth it. But for the fun my son has had already today in it and over the last few days, it was far more than worthwhile. Fantastic. However, I am still learning about it. I've got quite a big Intex 3200 sand filter and pump. I didn't put sand in it, I put in they're like material balls, cloth balls, and they're supposed to give a far more sparkling pool than using sand, silica sand, or even the new glass system. And you can see it's actually very clear. However, because I used water from my well, there were traces of sand in it, and these are sort of dealt with by the filter. But now if I do a cleaning cycle through the filter, I see traces of sand appearing again. When I do some research online, I found out that the worst thing if you've got any sand getting into the system is these cloth balls. They actually can let it past. The best idea is not to put sand in there in the first place, but if I introduce my water from my borehole straight into the filter here, or I take it in via the suction there in the pool, it's putting sand into the filter and it doesn't deal with it very well. It seems to deal with everything else brilliantly. The water is fantastic. So I've been back flushing to get the sand out, and there's very little left in the pool now. But in future, I've repurposed this old little pump. It's got a paper filter in it. So what I do is I put the clean water, well, the water from the well in the bottom under pressure. I don't need to have the pump running, and it comes through the filter and it comes out and it keeps the sand inside. So I'm glad I didn't throw it away. Anyway, as you can see, it does work, but I have ordered I've ordered actually 40 kilograms of the glass, because apparently that deals with sand and everything and is almost as good for sparkling water as the cloth balls. Anyway, let's have a look how my patio's coming on. Okay, this is how the patio looks with one coat of Thompson's one coat Patio and Black paving seal, and it definitely needs another coat to really give a nice waterproof finish, and at the moment it feels a bit rough. One thing I will say about this, in these high temperatures doing it, it goes off very quickly, and the smell is horrendous, and it can actually give you a headache. No matter what you do, you're in the outdoors, it's actually quite breezy, it still gives you a headache. You can see a line there, maybe you can see between what I did first and the later pieces. I'm not worried about that, because as this continues to dry out, those lines disappear. I finished up the top there as well. So I now need to make a decision. I need to speak to Mrs. Jones now. Am I going to put a second coat on? And I think the answer will be yes. Anyway, it looks a whole lot better, and hopefully there'll be no weeds coming up in between, because the resin goes right into that grey stone chip sand, and it does stop weeds coming through. Let's keep fingers crossed. Earlier in the video I mentioned the fact I was going to change out the filter media from these cloth balls, which are not very good with sand, to high-tech glass filter media. NatureWorks high-tech glass filter media, quite expensive, but meant to last many seasons, meant to be very good, and gets around the sand coming through the system problem. I ordered it some time ago from via Amazon. This 20 kilo bag arrived quite a few days late, but okay, it arrived. But I was supposed to get 40 kilos, so the other bag wasn't there. I checked with Amazon, and it now said clearing customs. Well, that's very disappointing. It said they were in stock, it gave me a date, and now one of them says clearing customs, but it's meant to be delivered the end of last week. No problem. It didn't come. And today I see on Amazon, what is code for "we've lost it, we don't know where it is, you're not getting it." It says check by the end of the 6th of July and see for any update on this product if it hasn't arrived. That's a very thinly veiled code for you're just not getting it. So, having been through this many times before with Amazon, it's disappointing. What will happen now is they'll say, oh, we'll credit you for the other bag. But of course, this bag is meaningless now. It's not enough to go in the filter. I need 35 kilos to go in there. I've only got 20. The other bag at 20 isn't here. So I will be patient. I'll wait until the end of this evening. And then I will just say, Amazon, come and pick it up. Take it away. I'm not traipsing to return it anywhere. You've let me down. You haven't delivered what you said you were going to deliver. Just take it away. When I went online, I checked reviews. There's people saying, child's party destroyed, filter medium did not arrive, one bag came, not two, due to an oversight, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, they're not very good on delivery. They don't have accurate stock measurement for what they've got in the UK. So, Amazon, take it back. You may think I'm being harsh on Amazon and a bit hasty. However, when I check this product online via Amazon, delivery is now the end of July. And I'm sure there could be a slippage in that as well. Not good enough.